In today's video, find out how I dropped 4 pounds and 1% body fat in just 4 days, even when I landed in this. In just 5 simple steps, minimal exercise, and feeling full all day. So grab a pen and a piece of paper and let's get started. Part of my original plan entailed 6 days of 20 to 30 minutes of high intensity interval training, also known as HIIT, and I was going to use a variety of treadmill and workouts. So to say I was disappointed would be an understatement. So I had two choices: to fold, stay in my feelings and just give up and try it later, or keep going. And here at Dream Chasers, we never fold. I'm going to show you that weight results are truly based on those ratios we always hear about: 80% nutrition and 20% exercise. Now, let's get into the 5 strategies I use to drop 4 pounds and burn 1% body fat in 4 days. Are you ready? Strategy number 1, intermittent fasting. I was so afraid of the concept at first because when I heard the word fasting, I think, oh my God, I'm going to starve myself. But that wasn't the case at all. And in fact, it's 1 month later and I've incorporated intermittent fasting as a part of my daily regimen because it really does make me feel that good. So now, what is intermittent fasting? It's an eating pattern that allows you to eat within a certain window time frame and then you fast in a certain window time frame. And if you want to know more about intermittent fasting, check out the link in my description box. It's called All About the Fast. So now, why intermittent fasting? Because every time you eat, you're going to raise your insulin. And insulin is the common factor between whether you're going to lose weight or not lose weight. And intermittent fasting actually helps keep your insulin low. So if your insulin is too high, forget about losing weight and burning fat. So within this first strategy of intermittent fasting, you should eat 3 to 6 ounces of protein in each meal. You should eat a large amount of dark leafy vegetables because as you get into fat burning, you need to flush out all of the fat out of your system. And research shows you should eat 7 to 10 cups of veggies a day. And I'm going to be honest, I was only able to eat 4 to 5 cups a day, and it's a work in progress. So be gentle with yourself. And next, you need to add healthy fat to your meals. You can't do this without adding some fat because healthy fat is one of the only foods that won't raise your insulin too much. So even though there may be more calories in the healthy fat, we don't care about that. The goal is to keep your insulin low. So this is a good combination of what to eat. So still within this first strategy of intermittent fasting, the frequency of eating is crucial. If you eat less meals, not less calories, but less meals, less infrequent, this will help reduce your insulin and help lose that weight and burn fat really quick. So for the first 5 days, I ate 2 meals a day, 1 in the morning and then 1 for dinner, no snacking in between. And I personally chose the 16 to 8 intermittent fasting method because it worked really well for my lifestyle. So I ate during the 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. time frames, and I fasted from 8 p.m. back to 11 a.m. There were critical supplements and food sources I took to ensure I was getting the proper nutrients and staying full all day long. And we're going to get into that later in the video, so stay tuned. So the second strategy is sleep. Most fat burning is going to occur when you're in a deep sleep, and you can't do this with 5 to 6 hours of sleep. You need a minimum of 8 hours of sleep. So some things that you can do to enhance your sleep would be stretching before going to bed or try some cozy chamomile tea right before going to bed. The third strategy is reduce stress. Stress is going to be a major barrier to seeing results because stress is going to activate that hormone cortisol that blocks fat burning. So what I would do is list your stressors and try to proactively plan how to deal with or avoid, if possible, to reduce your stress, and you'll actually lose more weight. So swap out the news for comedies, get out in nature, try some meditation, and pamper yourself instead. The fourth strategy is exercise. For exercise, you want to do high intensity interval training known as HIIT. That works the whole body, and you want to do this every 2 days. Find something that fits your interests, and you do the HIIT only every 2 days because all of the benefits of exercise actually happen during your recovery, and walk on your off days. Now, I wasn't able to do any HIIT whatsoever during this process, and I may have done a leisure walk here and there, but that just really goes to show the power of nutrition. The fifth strategy is the nutrition and supplement piece. Sea kelp was one of the things I used to activate the thyroid and speed up my metabolism. And I took 1 to 2 tablets in the morning. And you only want to consume your sea kelp in the morning because it will keep you up all night. The next supplement you're going to use is potassium citrate. You're going to do 500 milligrams a day. Now, why potassium citrate? Because as you're burning fat, you're going to be losing a little potassium. So you want to put the potassium back in. Potassium will lower the need for insulin. It's going to enhance your sleep. It's going to help you relax, and it's going to help your energy. And just as a disclaimer, this is not all the potassium you need. Now, don't fact check me, but I believe we need about 4,700 milligrams of potassium. But this is just a good source to help replenish what you lose. Next, I use nutritional yeast in the powdered form. Now, why? It's loaded with your natural B vitamins, and it's going to handle the stress. It's going to help with excessive thinking, and it's going to help keep you full all day long. Now, guys, remember, this is a short-term 5-day strategy. If you're like me and you like the results you see and you want to continue with intermittent fasting, I would change your eating frequency within your eating window to 3 or 4 meals, eating every 2 to 3 hours. And if you want to see what I ate in a day on this plan, stay tuned for this Saturday's meal haul where I'll be sharing that information with you. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss it. Stay tuned. Bye. Individuals with the courage to follow their heart and the belief to succeed in the path that they take. Dream Chasers is designed to give you the skills and tools you need to help you improve your health and wellness. On a much deeper level, Dream Chasers is part of a larger health and wellness movement. Part of that movement is supporting individuals in establishing a thriving lifestyle, mind, body, and soul.